Hello friends, my name is Tej. Today I will be explaining you about SAS and its application in different domains. The topics which I am going to cover are introduction of SAS, history, operations performed by SAS, products in SAS and its use, SAS tool and its explanation, programming rules in SAS, process flow example with SAS code, application of SAS in different domains, and our Hambridge online training program details. What is SAS? SAS stands for Statistical Analysis System or software. This software was developed by James Howard Goodnight in 1960 when he was doing a statistical calculation on agricultural product. So during the period of 1960 to 1970, the SAS was being used as for the statistical calculations. But today, by using SAS, we can do many operations like advanced analytics, business intelligence, data management, and predictive analysis. What are the components or products present in SAS? We have base, SAS access, SAS connect, SAS data warehouse admin, SAS stat, SAS graph, SAS ETS, which stands for econometrics and time series, and SAS EIS, enterprise information system. So how can we use SAS access and SAS connect? By using SAS access and SAS connect, we can connect the SAS to the databases like Oracle or MySQL or IBM SQL. What about SAS data warehouse admin? SAS data warehouse admin is a product. By using this, we can manage the SAS database. SAS stat. SAS stat is a product which is required for performing the statistical calculations in SAS. SAS graph is one more product in SAS which is required to generate graphs in SAS. SAS ETS and EIS are used in marketing analytics. So the good example which I can give in one more field, that is in the prediction of weather. So in the weather forecasting, the changes in the weather will be predicted by using SAS, ETS and EAS. This comes under time series. SAS windowing environment. So usually SAS contain 5 windows: editor window, log window, output window, explorer window and result window. So let me show you how the tools look and how the windows look. Let's talk about the first window, that's the editor window. Editor window is the window where we develop our application. It means we write our code. So it is a place we write our code and we submit the application for processing. For example, let me show you. See, here in the editor window we can edit the application as well as we can write the script in the editor window. What is a log window? So log window is a window which gives you the information about the code which you have written in the editor window. Exactly, to say, it will give you the warning and error messages if you have done anything in the, if you done any mistake in the editor window while writing the code. What is the output window? Output window is a window which displays you the result. And explorer window. Explorer window is a window which contains components like libraries, file shortcuts, parent folders, and computer. Among that, libraries are the play most important role in the Explorer window. So it is a place it stored the SAS files. Now let's come to the result window. Result window is a window which temporarily stores the result. Now let me explain you this windowing environment with much detail in the near future. So programming rules. So before starting our program, we have some rules which we need to follow. Those are, while writing the program, we can write in any case, whether you can use uppercase or lowercase or mixed case. So SAS program takes any case, and while we are writing the program, in the program, every statement in a program must end with a semicolon. You can write multiple statements in a single line, and every program must end with a run statement. So these rules can be applied while coding a program, which I will be showing you in the coming future. So how the program got classified? The program got classified into two types. One is base programming and advanced programming. So again, this advanced program is further classified into two types. One is the SQL and macros. Why do we require SQL in SAS means we require SQL to interact with the database and to retrieve the information from the database to the SAS system or SAS environment. And why do we require macros means macro we require to develop reusable applications or reusable codes which we can use multiple times. And what is the process flow? So it all starts with the data extraction and manipulation, followed by data analysis and data reporting. So let me show you a small operation with the flow. So here, if you check, so in the outside of the SAS environment, I got an Excel file called class. If I open this data set, I have a variables called name, sex, age, height and weight. Now first of all, what I need to do is, in order to perform analysis in the SAS tool, first of all we need to convert the data into non-standard to SAS format. So first of all we need to pull the information from the external source to the SAS environment. So this is the source which I got in the Excel, which I need to move into the SAS environment. For that, what I need to do? Let's check in the program. So here I am using an important procedure called import procedure. By using this procedure, I can import the information from the external source to the SAS environment. So how can I write the program? Just check this out. Proc import data file. So if my import procedure starts with a keyword called proc import. So proc import data file equal to the location. So I need to specify the location of the file. So usually the file, how to get the location means, first of all we need to make a right click on the file. We need to go to the properties. In the properties and we need to go to security. In the security we need to copy this path. Now we need to paste over here. Okay. So this how we're going to get the path. After that, out equal to output data set name. So what is a data set? So before talking about this import procedure, we need to discuss about data set. So data set is nothing but it is a SAS file. It consists of columns and rows. But here the columns are called as variables and rows are called observations. These columns and rows will hold the information. So I will show you while importing this information from Excel to SAS environment, because we need to store the information in the SAS file, that is data set. So out equal to data set name. So here I want to create a data set name with a name called class, followed by DBMS. So DBMS stands for Database Management System. It represents the information where you are retrieving the data. For example, here I'm getting the data from the Excel sheet. So I need to specify the format which is present at the outside environment. That is like if the data is present in the Excel. So I am just have to specify that in the DBMS. So this is Excel. Now another this like I just got end with the statement. That's the reason I ended with a semicolon. Now we are moving to the next statement, that is sheet. So sheet equal to class. So what is the sheet equal to class? So the sheet is nothing but in the Excels the data is stored in the form of sheets. Like we'll be finding the data in different sheets. So if we check in the like one sheet, there is a sheet name called class. So we need to mention that we need to retrieve the data from the sheet called class, because if we don't mention the sheet name, then by default it will take the information from the first created sheet. So here we need to mention the name. So here class is the sheet name. Here is present. Thus we are specifying the code. So I'm just writing class and run. So after that I done with this sheet statement, I'm just closing with semicolon. After that followed by run. So run is a statement. I said you like this program must end with a run statement. So it's run followed by semicolon. While I'm running this program, I submitted this program for processing. So once this got processed, we need to check in the log window, because to check whether it does have any warning and error messages. So it doesn't have any warning and error messages. So but it's saying that it's given me a note like import cancel output dataset work.class already exists. But actually why it's showing means already just before running this, before submitting it for processing, I already submitted it. That's the reason I do have that data set called class already in my library. So I should have to replace it with the exiting retrieval information. So in order to replace the existing class with the retrieval information, we need to give an option called replace. So while giving this option replace, we can override the information present in the class dataset. See, now it's showing like work.class dataset was successfully created. If you open this, you can find the same information what you found in the Excel sheet. Now I just imported the information from the external source to the SAS environment. So this is the dataset. See, it's similar to the Excel sheet. Here you got the columns like name, sex, age, and height and weight. Similarly, what there in the Excel sheet. The same one. See, name, sex, age, height, and weight. And here I got the rows like Alfred, Ellis, Barbara, these all things. I got rows here also in the data set. See, I got the rows. Now here, but in the SAS, we should not call the rows as rows. We need to call it as observations or records. And the headers or columns are called as variables. Now let's move further. Now this is what I showed you, the data extraction. So I extracted the data from the external source. Now data manipulation. Now here in the data set, if you check here, I have a variable called sex. So according now I need to convert the variable sex into gender, because so for example gender is the standard term which I received to keep it in the data set. So I need to rename it. So I need to convert it from sex to gender. How can I do that? So I need to do small data manipulation. So here I am using a dataset option called rename. By using this option, I am converting the variable called from sex to gender. So here dataset name rename equal to sex equal to gender. So here what I am doing is converting the information from sex to gender. So when I run this code, now my information changed from sex to gender. If I open this, if I show you the data set, I'm sorry, yeah. So if I show you that name, gender, age, height and weight, so these are the variables I got in the data set. Now I'm using this data set to do further analysis. Now what we done? We done the data extraction, data manipulation. Now we are moving for the analysis. Now here, so in this data set I got some information. So here I got name, gender, age, height and weight. Now here I want to calculate the number of females and males present in the gender variable. So here M stands for male and F stands for female. So I want to calculate the number of females and males in the gender variable. So how can I do that? So in this SAS, in order to calculate the number of males and females, or if you want to calculate the count, we got a procedure called frequency procedure. So this frequency procedure starts with a keyword called proc_freq. So by using this procedure, we can calculate the count of the male and female present in the gender variable. So let me show you that. So it's one of the small analysis which I am doing as an example which I want to give you now. So proc_freq data equal to dataset name. So here the dataset which I am using is a class. So here I just represent the name over here. So proc_freq data equal to class semicolon followed by the next statement, that is table. Table is a statement where we specify our frequency variable. So usually the variable to which we are going to calculate the count, those variables will be termed as a frequency variable. So table is a statement where we specify our frequency variable. So table followed by gender, comma, out equal to frequency. So what is this? So let me show you this example without this option and after this option. So after run, so let me run this code. So what happened here, it has given me some result which got generated in the output window. I said you like output window is a window which displays the result. So it generated me a result where it's showing me the female and male count with here in the gender variable. So here I got 9 female and 10 male with respect to percentage. So here it generated me 2 more results, that is cumulative frequency and cumulative percentage. So let me explain you what is this cumulative frequency and cumulative percentage. Cumulative means nothing but adding the current value with the previous value. For example, if you check in the frequency, the values are 9 and 10. If you check in the cumulative frequency, it starts with 9. When we move to the next value, this 10 got summated with 9. So 10 plus 9 is 90. Okay. Similarly, for percentage also same thing happens. The 52 got added with the previous value is 42.37. Then we got 100%. So this is called cumulative frequency and cumulative percentage. So we got some special options to even suppress this or like variables. That is no cum. So no cum is the option. By using this option, we can suppress the variables. See, now you are finding only frequency and percentage variables. You could able to suppress the cumulative frequency and cumulative percentage by giving the option called no cum. Now how to create the data set? So we have seen that the result what we generated are only we can see in the output window. For example, if you want to store that information, so we need to load into a particular file. So that is SAS file. So let's save this information in a data set. So how can we do that? We can do it by giving an option called out. So out equal to the data set name. For example, the data set name which I am giving is the frequency. Okay. Now I am running this code again. Now let me show you that. See, here I generated an output with name called frequency. If I open this, we can find that information, the same information what is displayed in the output window in the data set. See, gender, this is a count. Count is nothing but the number. the like number or frequency, we can even call it as. So count followed by percentage. Okay, so we got this information over here. So the frequency, like here, we calculated the number of males and females in a particular gender. So generating this kind of output is called one-way frequency table. This kind of frequency table is called one-way frequency table. So we even got cross-tabulate frequency table. What is that? So before going to that, I'll give you the example. Now we have calculated the females and males in a particular variable called gender. Now we want to calculate the population, that is male and female, in the gender with respect to age. It means, for example, how many male population comes under age 15 and how many female population comes under age 15 and how many male population comes under age 13 and how many female population comes under age 13. It means we are calculating the count with respect to age. So we can do it by developing the cross-tabulate frequency table. So how can we do that? We can do it by making a small change at the table statement. Table followed by gender. So this is the frequency variable to which we need to calculate the count with respect to age. So the age will be linked up by providing a symbol called star. So after the gender, we will be giving a star followed by that particular variable. So if we run this code, the information will be developed in the output window. See, now we got the information in the cross-tabular manner. So here you are finding the result. I will explain it now. So the first one is nothing but the count. So number of females which comes under age 11. So here is showing like in the female we got only one. When we talk about male, we got only one. Okay. What is the second one? The second one is nothing but percentage. So out of 100%, how many females with under age 11 comes? So out of 100%, 5.26% people are coming. This is what is explaining here. And after that, it's a row percentage. This is the row percentage. So you might be wondering, how can we calculate the row percentage? I will explain it now. So this row percentage is calculated by individual number by total number into 100. For example, if we check here we got one female, and if you talk about this entire row, okay, we talk about the entire row, 1 followed by this entire row count is 9. So 1 divided by 9 into 100, if you do it, you will be getting 11.11%. This is how we are going to generate the row percentage. Okay. Let's move to the next one, that is column percentage. Column percentage can be generated by calculating the individual count by whole column count into 100. For example, 1 by this whole count value 2. So 1 divided by 2 into 100. So we'll be getting this value. Okay. See guys, this is one of the small analysis which I want to explain you. So that's the reason I took it as an example and I'm explaining it. So like that, we'll be doing much better analysis and much complex analysis while we'll be working on the real data. Okay, this is a small example which I'm taking to explaining a small concept. That's it. So this here we have developed our concept like calculating the frequency or count of male and female in a variable called gender with respect to age. Similarly, we got many procedures like proc means and proc tabulate, proc variant. We got many procedures. These procedures I will be explaining in the regular classes. Okay. Now here we made the analysis. Now what happened is all started with data extraction. So we extracted the data from the Excel sheet. Now data manipulation, we have converted the variable sex into gender, and after that we done the data analysis. Now it's followed by data reporting. Now we need to report the information. So here for reporting of the information, we got a procedure called proc report. So by using this procedure, we can report the information. So how can we do that? So proc report. So proc report is a procedure generally we use in SAS to generate reports. So it all starts with proc report data equals to dataset name. So here frequency is the dataset name. For example, if you check here, so already opened. So let me show you here. This is a dataset. So this dataset to which I want to generate the report. Now check this out. So proc report data equal to dataset name. So frequency is my dataset name followed by few options. I will just explain these options once after running this code. So if you run this code, you will be getting this information like this. Okay, you will be generating the information like this. So let me explain you these options now. So if you check this headline option is the option generally used to generate a line under the header, that is under the columns or variables. See, this is the line. Okay, this line can be generated by using headline option. Now let's skip to the next option, that is head skip option. So head skip is an option. Generally, we use this option to generate a one-line gap between the values and the header. See, if you could find this space, one-line space between the values and header, this got generated by using head skip option. Now, no window option. So, what is this no window option? So, usually when you run the report procedure, it generates the report in the report window. So, we will be having a report window. It will be popped up only when we run the report procedure. For example, if I run this code, see, a new window has opened over here. This is called report window. So it's showing the same result what we got in the output window. So in order to suppress this report window, we will be using a option called no window. So let me show you guys. See, so if I run this code, if you check, now see what happened. I couldn't able to generate that report window now. So that's the option for suppress the report window. This is a no WD. This is a no window option. Now let's move to the next starting statement. That's column statement. What is this column statement and report window? So column statement is a statement where we assign our variables. So what are the required variables which we want to display? Will be assigning of in the column statement. Okay. This column statement, like in the statement, we assigned our variables here, and there is a special character called two dash. Like here I given like two bars over here in the quotations. It means these quotations usually give to generate overline above the header. So what is the overline means? This one. To generate the overline above the header, we need to give this option. Okay, that's the thing. Now it's all done, and we'll be like closing with this semicolon. After that, each variable we need to define. So define is a statement where we'll be defining our variables. For example, define gender, display, and suppose you want to adjust the width. So you can adjust the width by giving the option called width equal to 5. And for example, even you want to assign any, for example, to this, if you want to assign any label. For example, I want to assign like it's a student gender. So I can do it as a define statement. So let me show you how can I do that. How can I assign a label? So if I run this code, you can change the prominent change in the report window. Sorry, report. See, I got student label, but here what the problem is? It got truncated. That value student got truncated. What is the reason means? Here, the width what we assigned is only 5. So it's not sufficient to provide the entire information, the entire student name in one line. So we need to increase the width. For example, let me write it here 10. So what happened here is it increases the width. Now what happens? Now we got it. perfectly, student label. Okay. Similarly, you can give labels to this above variables also. Already it assigned with some labels. If you check in the data set, see, it already assigned some labels, frequency count and percentage total frequency. So you might be wondering like how can you say it is a label? So you can even find it out by clicking on the variable. See, if you click on the variable, it will be showing you as at the place of name, it is showing you as count, and at the place of label, it is showing as frequency count. So by seeing this, you can even find it out what is the name and what is the label. Okay. Suppose you want to change the label in the report, so you can even change it out by giving some other label name over this here. Like want to change it for the count variable, you can give it over here. For example, let me write it as a student count. Okay, so let me run this code now. See, it changed. So like that you can change the label, okay, by using report procedure. This is a small example which I showed in generating a report with a few options. Like that, we can use many options we got, and we can customize our report. Okay, so report procedure mainly involves in the customization of the report. Okay, so we can customize our report in a different ways as per the client requirement. Okay, so here it includes many options. So this like many or like these we go, like these options will be explained in the regular classes, like how can we customize into different types. Like we can generate the report in RTF files, and we can generate in the MS Word many ways. Like we can generate the HTML reports, we can generate these reports, we can generate different kind of reports by using report procedure. So these options, different options and different types of reports can be read in the regular classes. Okay, this is about a small example which I would like to give for explaining you about the process flow, that is like data extraction, manipulation, analysis and data reporting. Okay, now let's move back to the presentation. So we just dealt with the process flow now. So where SAS is mainly used? So SAS is mainly used in industries like pharmaceutical or clinical industry, banking or finance sector industries, or retail marketing industry. So how it is used in the clinical industry? So SAS is mainly used in drug development process. So the drug development companies need to send the clinical trial data to FDA. Okay, FDA is one of the regulatory bodies which provide approval of the drug to sell in the market. Okay, so before sending the clinical trial data to the FDA, they have to standardize the data according to CDISC standards. Okay, for standardizing of the clinical trial data, they require SAS. So at that place, they will be using SAS to do the required conversions in the pharmaceutical industry. Now, when we talk about the banking industry, so being a banking industry and the financial sectors, mainly the SAS is used in the risk management and finance monitoring. So what is the risk monitoring means? Suppose we got three banks, let's say A, B and C. One person called Jack, who took loan from bank A and he absconded without paying the loan back to the bank A. And after a few months, again he took loan from bank B, and there also he absconded without paying the loan back to the bank B. And the same situation happened with the bank C also. Because of that person, the three banks felt under risk because each bank doesn't share their data. Okay, so the bank B doesn't know that that person Jack had took the money from bank A and he absconded, and bank C doesn't know that he took the loan from bank B and he absconded. So in order to avoid this risk management, nowadays what these banks are doing is all the banks in the world are sending the reports to the third party organization. So this third party organization maintains all the records of all the banks. So if anyone wants to take a loan from any bank, then that bank checks with the third party organization for if he does have any loans in any other bank, or if he does have any loan, then what is the status of the loan. So in order that, so in this way they can prevent the risk. Okay, if that person failed to clear the debts, then if he is he is approaching another bank to take the loan, then that bank can avoid giving loan to that person by checking the status of his previous loan. Okay, so here this analysis, like here they will be doing the reports what they are generating and submitted to the third party in the organization. Here the analysis they will be working only by using SAS. So in this way the banking sector also mainly the SAS is used in the risk management and finance monitoring. Okay, and retail marketing. So retail marketing is one of the big market where you can find the application of SAS. So in the for example, there are many retail industries which will be doing analysis on the consumer products. For example, there is a customer industry which produces two customer products. Let's say it's A and B. Okay. Suppose he wants to know which product is having good market between A and B, so that he can analyze the product and improve or decrease. Sorry, he can increase or decrease the productivity of the product. So to analyze the market of the products, they will be using SAS. Okay. Similarly, like not even this three, like this pharmaceutical, or banking, finance, or retail and marketing. In many industries are using SAS, like telecom, automobile. Like SAS have a usage in many industries. It's applied in many industries. Okay. Let's come to the next portion. Like who can learn SAS? Any graduate with any degree, okay, any graduate with any degree like life science or commerce or science who want to start a career in the fields of analytics, he can start the SAS. So this is about the basic information I just given about SAS. So let me explain you what does our program consist of. So our program is designed in such a way that you can be, after like coming over this program, you can be one of the best SAS programmer. Okay, you will be having all the industrial knowledge. So our entire program is designed for 45 days. So what does our program consist of? Let me show you that. So each day we will be covering a certain topics, and it has been, each topic has been classified into SAS codes. Okay, this we're going to explain it in the classes. And every week we're going to conduct tests and assessment examinations on the SAS every week. Okay, so based on the assessment we'll be come to know like where you are lagging off, and we will help you to concentrate on a particular area where you are lagging behind. Okay, so for the weekly assessment we got the status report like this. Okay, so we'll be having the student information, and based on examination we'll be providing you the grades, and based on that we can assess your improvement. Okay, and we can find out your problems where you are facing in what topic. Okay, now let's move to the next one, that is like apart from this weekly assessment, when I talk about the softwares, so this program will provide you the all the essential software, that is like SAS software. Along with SAS software we will be providing you the database software. So this is the only online institute which will be providing you the database software. Okay, so here we can have the server installed in your system, that is SQL and Oracle server. So you can practice interacting with the servers with the softwares. Okay, we'll be providing that to you. Okay, and we'll even help you in the resume preparation. Okay, we will be helping you in the resume preparation even. So if you want to go into the marketing sector, or if you want to go into the banking sector, or if you want to clinical sector, so based on that, once we're done with the program, we'll be guiding you or supporting you and helping you to prepare your resume in that particular field. And practice here, for practice, we'll be providing the external sources as well as the data sets every day. Okay, it's not like once you're done with the class, you need to create your own data set or you want to create your own information to analyze and particular like practice. So for the practice, it's not like that. So we'll be providing you the information which is required for the practice. Okay. Now after that, main project. So this is the most important thing which will help you to have a hands-on experience on the industrial projects. So here we got some live projects. Okay, so we got some live projects. So for each and every stream, for example, if you want to go in the banking project, we got a bank project. And if you want to go into clinical project or finance project or retail project, like if you want to go on like sector, if you want to go with the clinical sector, finance sector, clinical retail sector, so we got the individual project. Okay, by working on this project, you can handle the projects in the industry very easily. Okay, there you won't find any problem. So it will enable you to completely convert from a layman to a expertise programmer in SAS. Okay, so we'll give you a full support in understanding these projects, and as well as even after getting into the industry, we will give you the job support as well as assistance at any time. Okay, this program is not like, guys, I want to remind you once again, this program is not like only one time you can join, you can go off. It's like it's a lifetime program. If you still not satisfied with any topic or something, you can come and join. Even if you want to listen the class from the beginning to the end, you can join in any batch. Okay, it's once you paid, you will be like having your class completely. Okay, once you each and every dollar of your money will be worthful. You won't feel wasted. Okay, will be like you can attend the classes from the starting to ending and n number of batches. Okay, after that, once we like main process interview questions. So here this 45 dollars course is like designed in such a way that even you will be having a mock interviews. Okay, so we will be having a mock interviews. The mock interviews, I will be taking you the interview questions which like the real questions what they're going to ask you in the industry. Okay, so here it will help you to practice yourself to give an answer to the proper questions according to the industrial standards which I'm going to ask. Okay, and next comes to the books, ebooks. So when we talk about the ebooks, so here first of all, the best thing which I could able to say for this program is every day the class which I am going to take is recorded. Okay, so here you no need to write the notebook or just record the classes. Here myself record the class and I will send you the video to you every day. Okay, it's a live recording, guys, so you no need to get feed of that. And second thing, you can completely concentrate on the class. And if you talk about the e-books, I will be providing all the important books which is required to prepare yourself. Okay, even like certification. Okay, we'll even have these books will help you to clean your certification also, the base certification. So we'll be providing you all the books. Okay, so you no need to purchase even one book from the online. Okay, every books will be given from the e-books. Okay, so this course or this program, okay, this course in this program will definitely help you to Transform yourself from a layman to a industrial man. Okay. So thank you very much, guys, for listening this demo. If you have any queries, please contact us at Hambridge Online Training, or you can mail us at www.hambridgeonlinetraining.com. And our contact details are 6360956391. So it's a if it's Indian code, if you are from the abroad, you can add +91 before the mobile number. Or you can WhatsApp us at 95134614404. Okay. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. Bye guys.